is Elsie Ritchie, and I'm a senior communication major for the School of Business and Industry at Jacksonville State University. Welcome to Student Spotlight, a video series highlighting our current students and their successful stories. Today we are here with Carson Bruce, who's majoring in communications as well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Elsie. How are you?
I'm doing well. So to begin this little interview, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself and where you've come from?
Absolutely. I'm from Pell City, Alabama, just down the road, and I loved my hometown. I love my hometown for sure.
Yeah.
And I worked at Chick-fil-A when I was in high school. I was in high school band. Just a nice life. I loved Pell City area.
I know a lot of local students come to Jacksonville State University, so you probably have some fellow Pell City. Where do you go? Panthers?
Absolutely. Panthers.
There you go. Yeah. The Pell
Absolutely.
City Panthers here in campus. That's awesome. So what did you get involved in Pell City, like your school system? And you said you were a part of the band. Was there any other organizations that you were a part of?
Absolutely. There were so many great opportunities there. FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America, was really huge. I was able to be a state officer for that.
Are you serious? That's cool.
Which was a great opportunity. I learned so much, and I was in Beta Club.
Okay.
I was barely smart enough to be in that club, though. I'll tell you. You know, I was in jazz band, anything to do with music. I was in show choir, played piano for the show choir.
Really?
And that was really fun. I really enjoyed all those.
That's really cool. So now, did any of those passions kind of help you choose Jacksonville State University, or what is the reason that drew you to our campus?
Absolutely. Well, like many others, I think that when I came to Mid-South competition in Gadsden, which is a marching band competition, I heard the Southerners, and I about cried. And at that moment, I knew I gotta go here. This is the best band,
right?
You know. And I've heard some other college bands too at that point in high school, but it was about 10th grade when I heard the Southerners for the first time, and it just kind of shook me, literally and figuratively. It shook me into knowing that I wanted to go here in Jacksonville. Awesome. Probably the band.
So now, how many years were you involved with the Marching Southerners?
I was involved for 3 years.
Okay, and what instrument did you play?
I played saxophone.
That's neat. Awesome. That's really cool. I was telling someone earlier that, you know, I only learned how to play the recorder. I wish I would have learned something other than a recorder, because I feel like everybody else plays that. But that's really neat. Now, besides the Marching Southerners, what other organizations kind of, you know, drew your eye and interested you in becoming involved on campus?
Well, you know, I love the whole communications department. I like that there was a radio station. There's TV services. There, you know, PRSSA with Public Relations Society. You know, it's really cool to be involved. So I thought about those different aspects within my major. I think, wow, I can really get involved and really learn more here.
What made you decide to major in communication?
You know, well, first of all, my dad was in radio for a long time.
Really?
And I saw that side of things, and it was really cool. And I knew I enjoyed talking to people, and I enjoyed being with people, and also enjoyed media and technology and how to use it. I loved utilizing that, and I just wanted to be the liaison between, you know, businesses and the public. You know, I think that would be a great opportunity for me. I just felt, you know, who knows where I'll end up in life, but I think that's what helped me decide that.
That's really neat. That's honestly why I decided to choose public relations too. That's
go.
really cool.
Yes.
So now you told me your minor was in music. Now, with the Marching Southerners and all of that background of music, is that why you decided to do it?
You know, I have honestly a really complex music background.
Really?
Not enough time to tell you right now, but my great-grandfather, he wrote hymns in the 40s.
Really?
And on into the beginning of the 50s, until he passed away in the 60s. But he wrote lots of songs that were in hymnals at the time, not in the hymnal as we know it today, where it's the red book, where it's standard. Here are the hymns, the 200 or 300 or 400, however many there are, that were standard now. But there used to be a culture of people writing hymns, and he was able to be published in multiple hymn books. So I think it goes back to there. And growing up, going to my family reunions, and they'd be singing and playing piano, and I learned how to play piano, and I began writing songs when I was 10, thanks to the Lord. You know, He gave me that talent, just that passion to write music, and I really have no other desire but to write praise and worship music, and I think that's just kind of stems off from family and what the Lord has done in my life. So taking that and going further, I think, is what I decided on music, not necessarily marching band because I knew I didn't want to be a band director.
Right.
But probably the family internal side of it.
So now, do you record your own music, or?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I wouldn't tell any professional about this because they would probably critique me, but I love to record. I use lots of good equipment, the best equipment I can, and
right.
It's really fun. I'm learning a whole lot, and I record at my house here in Jacksonville. I room with a few other people, and
right.
I record sometimes in the studio at my church in Word Alive, and different places anywhere I can find the space and the time to record. Some vocals here, some drums here, some piano here,
right.
and full band. I love doing that. So, I just take time to do that on the side.
Absolutely, that's so neat. That's kind of like your little niche to kind of get away from the world a little bit and focus on what you love to do. That's really neat.
Thanks.
So now, you talk about music and you talk about interacting with people. What is one thing, or what are your goals and aspirations that you see yourself doing in the future once you graduate JSU?
Yes, that is the scary question.
I know.
Everyone wants to know what you're going to do when you graduate. And this past summer, I interned with an ad agency called Brum Advertising, BRUM, Better Results Using Media. And they're a small ad agency, but they are just composed of 2 or 3 people. I was able to come on as an intern, and they offered me a job. So I'll be working. Yes,
congratulations!
Elsie. Thank you so much. Praise God. It happened, and I'll be thankful. I'll be working in the PR department and the audio production with some commercials and stuff. So I'm really thankful for that. So I'll be working with them full time.
That's really neat. Now, I know, kind of going backtracking to what you've been involved with at JSU, I know you won Homecoming King a few years ago, and the first year that you won, you did a whole philanthropic event. Can you kind of give us a little bit of details about that?
Absolutely, Elsie. It was awesome to win alongside you, the queen. So, yes, that was in 2016, and I don't even know how I got that opportunity, but thank the Lord. So basically, when I was able to do that through the SGA, so shout out to the SGA,
right.
They did a great job for allowing us to pioneer and actually do something besides just a popularity contest. But basically, what we did is we raised money to build a well in India. And it's actually being drilled right now.
Really?
And not right as we speak, but the ground is being laid. They said by the fall of 2019, there should be a well in a community in India. So we raised, all you needed was $3,000 to raise money to build a well in a community that doesn't have clean water.
Right.
So we raised about $3,600, which is $600 over the goal of what they needed to do the operations. And so huge success because of the Southerners, because of friends, because of the whole community within Jacksonville, college students raising $3,600. So we put on a concert. Local bands here came and played, and we had a good time. It was all kind of different kind of genres of music. I played and sang a little bit. My dad came, and it was awesome. He emceed a little bit. It was really cool, and it was on a Thursday night, and it's very lively on a Thursday night.
Absolutely.
So we had that event. We raised a lot of money at that event, and throughout we did a few smaller things to raise money as well.
That's really, really awesome. Now, what is one piece of advice that you would give an incoming student to Jacksonville State University?
One advice I have is to, whatever you're passionate about, really seek to it that you follow through with your one desire that you want. I know different people have different desires, and it's wrong of me to say you should have this kind of desire. But whatever desire they do have, I would say give it all you have. My favorite Bible verse, is Jeremiah 9:23-24. It says, "Let not the wise boast of their wisdom, or the strong boast of their strength, or the rich boast of their riches, but let those who boast about this, that they understand me and that they know me, that I am the God who exercises kindness and righteousness on the earth. For in these I delight." And that's what I go off of, and I don't know what everyone's background is, but I know that I take that verse and I say, there's nothing externally that I can boast about really besides my relationship with the Lord. So for me, that's success. And my relationship with the Lord in the secret place is the most successful. So whatever you find successful, do it and do it with all your heart.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Carson, for interviewing with us. If you have a student that would like to share their story or like to be highlighted, please comment their name below this video. Thank you for watching Student Spotlights, and go Gamecocks.